Hello class 9th, how are you all? So we had been studying about composition of the atom of 18 elements. Yes. So whatever we studied, I think I need to explain all the thing again. I feel that I should explain you again. Okay. So listen to me carefully, be ready. I will explain slowly. Okay, I will explain slowly about each element. Okay, I will explain slowly about each element and you will pay attention, because if you will not pay attention, you will not understand. You will not understand if you will not pay attention. Okay, I hope that you understood. Okay, so as you can see on the screen, I have written first 6 elements, their atomic number, proton number, neutron number, electron, distribution of electron and valency. Okay, you have already drawn the index. Okay, so let's try to understand. Okay, look the last column. Look the last column. Which is the last column? Last column is valency. Okay, so what is the meaning of valency? Valency is the combining capacity of atom of an element. Yes, valency is the combining capacity of atom of element. Yes, and valency represent electron, and such kind of electron which present in outermost shell of an atom are known as valence electron. Okay, so the electrons present in outermost shell of an atom are called valence electron. Okay, and valency means the combining capacity of atom of an element. Yes, when one element combine with another element, then actually valency combine. When one element combine with another element, then actually what happens? Valency combine. Okay, and it also when we write electrons, when we distribute electrons in KLMN shell, when we distribute electrons in KLMN shell, that time we follow the octet rule. So according to octet rule, 8 electrons we can feel in outermost shell. Okay, and 2 electron are possible in first shell. Okay, we cannot feel more than 8 electron. Okay, and in first shell we can feel only maximum 2 electron. Okay, if an atom's outermost shell is not completely filled, it is not stable. Yes, so if any atom of any element, if its outermost shell is not completely filled, then it is unstable. If its outermost shell is not completely filled, then it is unstable. And then how it will become stable? It will become stable by sharing or gaining electron. So by sharing and gaining, it will complete its valency. By sharing or gaining electrons, it will complete its valency. Okay, look the first atom, hydrogen. So what is the symbol of hydrogen? H. What is the atomic number? 1. What is the number of proton? 1. What is the number of neutron? 0. What is the number of electron? 1. Remember kids, atomic number, number of proton and number of electron will always be same. Atomic number, number of proton and number of electron will always be same. So I will not explain them again and again. Okay. Now let's talk about the distribution of electron. Because in hydrogen, how many electrons are present? Only 1. Yes. So now distribution of electron, K, L, M, N. In K shell we can feel 2 electrons. How many electrons can we feel in K shell? Only 2. In L, M, N shell we can feel maximum 8. Okay. So because hydrogen has only 1 electron, so in K shell we will write only 1 because we don't have more than 1. If we talk about valency, what is the valency of hydrogen? Because hydrogen has 1 electron and it can lose 1 electron or gain 1 electron. It can gain 1 more electron. So hydrogen has 1 valency, so it can gain 1 more electron. So its valency will be 1. Next is helium. Symbol is He. Atomic number, number of proton, number of electron will be 2. Okay. But number of neutron is also here too. Now let's talk about the distribution of electron for helium. So we know that K, L, M, N, there are 3 shell. In K we can feel more maximum 2, in L, M, N we can feel maximum 8. Because helium has 2 electron. Helium has 2 electron. So we will write 2 in K. Okay. Now let's talk about the valency. What will be the valency? Because K valency here is 0. How? How is valency 0? Because K shell is completely filled. When the outermost shell is completely filled, when shell is completely filled, then the valency for that element will always be 0. Now let's talk about the lithium. Lithium atomic number 3 and number of neutron is 4. Number of neutron is 4, but atomic number, number of proton and number of electron is 3. Okay, here number of neutron is 4. Now let's talk about the distribution of electron. Because lithium has 3 electron in first shell, means K shell. How many electron can we feel? We can feel maximum 2. So we will write 2 in K shell. Now how many electrons are remaining? 1. This 1 electron will go in L shell. So in L shell we will write 1. In maximum electron we can feel in L shell 8. Now valency. Valency we will check the outermost shell electron. In L shell only 1 electron. So lithium can lose 1 electron. Lithium has capacity to lose 1 electron because it has very least. Okay, so it will lose it. So its valency is 1. Now if I talk about beryllium, beryllium symbol is B, atomic number is 4, number of proton, number of electron is 4, number of neutron is 5. Now let's talk about the distribution of electron. In K shell we will feel 2 because beryllium has 4. So we feel 2 electron in K shell. Now remaining 2 electron we will feel in L shell. Okay. Because valency means valency is the combining capacity of electron, means how much electron it can lose or gain. So it's L shell. In L shell 2 electrons are filled. 2 electrons are very least. Okay. So it can easily lose 2 electron. It can easily lose 2 electron because it cannot complete its octet rule. Yes, it cannot complete its octet rule. Means in L shell we can feel 8 electron. In L shell we can feel 8 electron, but it needs 6 more electron because in L shell of beryllium has only 2 electron. In L shell of beryllium has only 2 electron. So it needs 6 electrons. 6 are more, but 2 are less. So it will lose 2 electrons. That's why valency is 2. Now let's talk about boron. Boron symbol is B, number of atomic number, proton number, electron number is 5, but number of neutron is 6. Let's talk about the distribution of electron. In K shell we can feel maximum 2 electrons, so we will write here 2. And if we talk for L shell, the remaining electron will come in L shell, means 3. 2 plus 3, 5. Okay, now valency. Because to complete octet rule, boron need 5 more electron, because in L shell we can feel maximum 8 electron, but to complete octet rule, boron need 5 more electrons. So 5 is more, 3 is less. So always less will be loose. Okay, so he will lose, boron will lose 3 electron, and its valency is 3. That's why its valency is 3. Carbon symbol is 6, atomic number is 6, number of proton and number of electron is also 6, and number of neutron is also 6. Okay, now let's talk about the distribution of electron. In K shell we can feel maximum 2, so we will write 2. Remaining electron are 4, yes, 6 minus 2, 4. So 4 we will write in L shell. Okay, so in L shell we can feel maximum 8, but valency means the combining capacity of atoms element. So to combine, it can lose electron or it can gain electron. Because carbon has 4 electron, it needs 4 more electron to complete outermost shell, L shell. So it can either lose 4 electron or can gain 4 electron. So its valency will be 4, because it has 4 electrons, so it can either gain 4 or can lose 4. So it's equal. So its valency will be 4. I hope you understood. Now let's try to understand the remaining elements. Let's move on the next point. Okay guys, next is nitrogen. Symbol is N, atomic number is 7, number of proton and number of electron is also 7, and number of neutron is also 7. So let's talk about the distribution of element. So in K shell we can feel maximum 2, so we will write 2. Now 7 minus 2, 5. So in L shell we can feel maximum 8, but nitrogen remaining electrons are 5. So in L shell we will write 5. In L shell we will write 5. Okay. Now valency. Because nitrogen has 5 electrons, to complete the octet rule it needs only 3 electrons. So why will nitrogen lose 5? Nitrogen need only 3. Nitrogen need less, because nitrogen has more. So the remaining, according to octet rule, maximum electron in L, M and shell should be 8. So 8 minus 5, 3. So valency will be 3. Now oxygen. The symbol of oxygen, O, atomic number 8, number of proton 8, number of neutron 8, and number of electron also 8. Let's talk about the distribution of electron. In K shell we can feel maximum 2, so we will write 2 in K shell. Now let's talk about in L for L shell. The remaining electrons are 6, so we will write 6 in L shell. Okay, the remaining electrons are 6, so we will write 6 in L shell. Okay, now if I talk about the valency, what will be the valency? Because in L shell we can feel maximum 8 electron. To complete the valency, oxygen can either combine, oxygen atoms can either combine or lose electron, okay, to complete. So oxygen in L shell how many electrons can be possible? Maximum 8. Okay, but it already has 6, so it need only 2. 8 minus 6, 2. So oxygen needs only 2, so it can not lose 6 electron, because 6 is more and 2 is less. 6 plus 2, 8. So it will gain 2 electron. It will gain 2 electrons. So oxygen will gain 2 electron. So its valency is 2. Now next is fluorine. F. Symbol is F. Atomic number is 9. Number of proton is 9. Number of electron is 9. But number of neutron is 10. Now distribution of electron in K shell we will feel 2 electron. Remaining electron are 9 minus 2 7. So in L shell we can feel maximum 8. So in L shell we have only 7. So we will write 7. Now what will be the valency of fluorine? The valency of fluorine is 1. How? Because in L shell we can fill maximum 8 electron. Because valency means the combining capacity of any atom of element. So fluorine has 7 electron. It cannot lose 7 electron because 7 is more. In L shell we can fill maximum 8. It means it need only 1 electron. In L shell we can fill maximum 8, but it need only 1. So why will fluorine lose 1 electron? It will gain 1 electron. So the valency will become 1. Okay. Next is neon. Symbol is Na. Atomic number is 10. So and number of proton also 10. Number of neutron also 10. Number of electron is also 10. Here distribution of electron will for K, in K shell we can feel 2 electron. In K shell we can feel 2 electrons, so 10 minus 2 8. In L shell we can feel 8 electron and we have remaining electrons are 8. So we will write 8 in L shell. Now let's talk about the valency. Valency of neon is 0. Why? Because outermost shell is completely filled. Outermost shell is completely filled means it can neither lose electron nor gain electron. So its valency will be 0. Okay. Sodium, Na. Symbol is Na and Na means natrium. Atomic number is 11. Number of proton is 11. Number of neutron is 12. Number of electron is 11. Now let's talk about the distribution of electron for sodium. In K shell we can feel maximum 2 electron. In L shell we can feel 8 electrons. So we will write 2 in K. The remaining electrons are 9. 8 electron we can feel maximum in L. So we will write 8 in L shell. So 9 minus 8 1. 1 electron is remaining. So 1 remaining electron we will write in M shell. 1 remaining electron we will write in M shell. Because sodium in outermost shell has only 1 electron. For sodium in outermost shell has only 1 electron and it needs 7 electron to complete octet rule. So it needs 7 electron to combine with other. So it cannot gain 7 because 7 is more, 1 is less. So it is easy to lose. So it will lose 1 electron and it will become valence electron. So its valency is 1. Okay. In the same way for magnesium and aluminium. Okay, last magnesium I am going to explain. I will not explain aluminium. Okay. Magnesium, Mg, symbol is Mg, atomic number 12, number of proton 12, number of neutron 12, number of electron also 12. Okay, because magnesium has 12 electron. In K shell we can feel 2 electrons, so 12 minus 2, 10. Remaining electrons are 10. In L shell we can feel 8 electron. So 10 minus 8, 2. Now 2 electrons are remaining, we will feel in M shell. Now what is the valency? 2. How? Because it has less electron in outermost shell. We always look outermost shell electron. Yes, remember kids, we always look the electrons of outermost shell. So remaining electrons here are 2 and to complete the octet rule, magnesium need 6 more electron because 6 are more and 2 are less. So it can easily lose the electron. So the valency will become 2. In the same way for aluminium. Now let's see for the remaining elements. Let's move on the next slide. So kids, as you can see on the screen, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. Okay, aluminium, sulfur, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. First element is aluminium, symbol is Al, atomic number is 13, number of proton also 13, number of neutron is 14, number of electron is 13. Now let's talk about the distribution of electron. So aluminium has total electron 13. In K shell we can feel 2. So 13 minus 2, 11 electrons are remaining. Now L shell. In L shell we can feel maximum 8 electrons. So 11 minus 8, 3 electrons are remaining. In M shell we can also feel maximum 8 electron, but aluminium remaining electrons are 3. So we will write 3 in M shell. Now let's talk about the valency. So the valency of M shell will become here 3. Yes, valency of M shell here will be 3. How? Because to complete the octet rule, in M shell need 8 electron. So aluminium has only 3 electron. So it needs 5 more, but 5 are more. 5 are more than 3. 3 are less. So it will lose 3 electron. It cannot gain 5 electron. So its valency is 3. Now silicon. Atomic number is 14, symbol is Si, number of proton is 14, number of neutron is 14, number of electron is 14. Now let's talk about the distribution of electron. Because in K shell we can feel maximum 2 electrons, so 14 minus 2 remaining 12. In L shell we can feel maximum 8, so 12 minus 8 remaining 4. So remaining 4 electron we will feel in M shell. Okay, in M shell we can also feel maximum 8. The valency will here be 4. How? Because silicon in outermost shell we always look the electron of outermost shell. So in silicon outermost shell has 4 electron. It needs 4 more to complete octet rule, because according to octet rule we can feel maximum 8 electron, okay, in outermost shell. So it needs 4 electron. But it has already 4 electron and it needs 4 electron. So it can either lose 4 electron or can gain 4 electron. It can either lose 4 electron or can gain 4 electrons. So its valency will be 4. Okay. Now phosphorus. Symbol is P. Atomic number 15. Number of proton 15. Number of neutron 16. Number of electron 15. So in K shell we will feel 2 electrons, so 15 minus 2, 13. In L shell we can feel 8 electrons, so 13 minus 8, 5. And the remaining 5 electrons we can feel in M shell. Now let's talk about its valency. Its valency will be 3 or 5. How? Because phosphorus need 3 electrons to complete the outermost shell. Yes, because in M shell 5 electrons are present. And according to octet rule we can feel 8 electron only. So 8 minus 5, 3. Because it need less electron, it need only 3 electrons. So why will it lose? So its valency will become 3. But in some cases it can lose 5 electron. So its valency can also be 5. So its valency is 3 and 5. Now let's talk about sulfur. Sulfur symbol is S. Atomic number is 16. Number of proton also 16, number of neutron also 16, number of electron also 16. Now let's talk about the distribution of electron. In K shell we can feel 2 electrons, so 16 minus 2, 14. In L shell we can feel maximum 8 electrons, so 14 minus 8, 6. So in M shell we can feel maximum 8 electron, but we have only 6. So we will write 6 in M shell. Now valency. What will be the valency of sulfur? Because sulfur need only 2 electron to complete its octet rule. Yes, to complete the M shell, sulfur need only 2 electron. So why will it lose its 6 electron? It will gain 2 electron. So valency will be 2 here. Okay. In the same way for chlorine, okay, chlorine symbol is Cl, atomic number is 17. Number of proton is also 17, number of neutron here 18, number of electron is 17. If we talk about distribution of electron, in K shell we will feel 2 electrons, 17 minus 2, 15. In L shell we can feel 8 electron, 15 minus 8, 7. So remaining 7 electron we will feel in which shell? We will feel in M shell. Now to complete the octet rule, chlorine need only 1 electron. To complete M shell, chlorine need only 1 electron. So to become valence electron, why will it lose 7 electron? Because it need only 1. So it will not lose more electron, it will gain 1 electron. So its valency will be 1. Okay. Now let's talk about the mass number. Mass number. What is the mass number? The mass number of aluminium. Can you tell me the mass number of aluminium? Mass number means addition of proton and neutron. Yes, number of proton and number of neutron. When we add number of proton and number of neutron, then we get mass number. So here for aluminium, number of proton is 13 and number of neutron is 14. So 13 plus 14, 27. So aluminium mass number is 27. And if I talk for silicon, what is the mass number of silicon? Proton plus neutron. Here proton are given 14, neutrons are also given 14. So 14 plus 14, 28. So for silicon mass number is 28. In the same way you can calculate for phosphorus, 15 plus 16, 29, 15 plus 16, 31. Okay. So in the same way you can calculate for the remaining elements. I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, now it's time to talk about the atomic structure of first 18 elements. Yes, atomic structure of first 18 elements. Okay. So if you have memorized the symbol, then you can easily tell. We know that symbol for hydrogen is H, symbol for helium is He, symbol for lithium is Li, symbol for beryllium is B, symbol for boron is B, symbol for carbon is C, symbol for nitrogen is N, symbol for oxygen is O, symbol for fluorine is F, symbol for neon is Ne. Okay. So first element is hydrogen. So how many electrons are present in hydrogen? 1. Or if I ask you what is the atomic number of hydrogen? 1. Yes, atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So now we will feel here electrons. Okay. So the electron in hydrogen is 1. Okay. We know that for an atom, nucleus is the center, and around the nucleus electrons revolve in shell. Yes, electrons revolve in orbit. So how many electrons can we feel in first orbit K? We can feel maximum 2, but not more than 2. And in remaining shell we can feel maximum 8, but not more than 8. In remaining we can feel how many electrons? We can feel maximum 8, but we cannot feel more than 8. Okay. So first is H. First element is H. So for hydrogen element, total electrons in hydrogen element is 1. So we will draw the circle around it, around the nucleus, and we will draw by a dot mark, by black dot mark, 1 electron. So you can see 1 electron is present in hydrogen. Electron here I have represented by black dot. Electrons here I have represented by black dot. Now let's talk about for helium. So in helium 2 electrons are present, and as I told you, in the first shell, in first orbit, we can feel maximum 2, not more than 2. And helium has 2 electrons, so we will draw here 2 black dot. Black dot here are representing electron. If I talk for lithium, in lithium we can feel how many electrons can we feel in lithium? we can feel 3 because electrons in lithium are 3. Yes, how many electrons are present in lithium? 3 electrons are present in lithium. So, in first shell, in first circle, how many electrons can we feel? We can feel maximum 2. So, we will draw 2 dot drops. We will make 2 black dot drops in first circle of lithium. Now, how many electrons are remaining? 1 electron is remaining. 3 minus 2, 1. And in next circle, after first circle, in all circle, we can feel maximum 8. But in lithium, we have only 1 remaining electron. But in lithium, we have only 1 remaining electron. So, we will make 1 black dot drop. Now, let's talk about beryllium, Be. So, for the beryllium, we can feel maximum 4 electron because beryllium has only 4 electron. In first circle, in first shell, how many electrons can we feel? We can feel maximum 2 electron, okay, and not more than 2. So, in first circle, we will make 2 black dot drop. Now, how many electrons are remaining? 2. 4 minus 2, 2. So, the remaining 2 electrons we will feel in next circle, and in next, always remember, in first circle we can feel maximum 2, but in remaining circle we can feel maximum 8. Now, let's talk about boron. Boron has 5 electron. So, in first shell we will feel 2 electron, means we will make 2 black dot. Remaining electrons are 3. 5 minus 2, 3. So, 3 black dot we will draw in next circle. Okay. In the same way, for carbon has how many electron carbon has? Carbon has 6. In first circle, we will make 2 black dot, means which is showing black dot are showing electron. So, in first circle, we can feel maximum 2 electrons. So, we will make 2 black dot. Now, how many electrons are remaining? 4 electrons are remaining. So, we will draw 4 black dot in next circle. We will draw 4 black dot in next circle, as you can see. Yes, am I right? And in the same way, you can explain for oxygen, fluorine, neon. Okay? I hope you understood. Now, let's move on the next slide. Okay, it's time to ask question from you. Question number 1. Write the valency of aluminium, silicon and chlorine. Okay. So, first of all, let's talk for the aluminium. Yes. So, we know that aluminium, the number of electron for aluminium is 13. Yes, we know how many electrons are present in aluminium, 13. So, valency will be 3. If we distribute the electron in KLm, then in K2, in L8 and in M3, so the valency will become 3. And if we talk for silicon, the number of electron for silicon, we know that 14. Yes. Okay, the atomic number is 14, means number of electron is also 14 for silicon. Am I right? And number of proton will also be 14. Okay. And valency will be 4, because if we distribute the electron in KLm shell, then we will get 2, 8, 4, and it can either lose 4 electron or can gain 4 electron. That's why its valency is 4. And if we talk for chlorine, because chlorine, the atomic number is 17, that's why number of electron also 70. Its valency will be 1. Why? Because if we distribute the electron in KLmn shell, then we will get 2, 8, 7. In K shell 2 electron, in L shell 8 electron, and in M shell 7 electron. So, only 1 electron is remaining. That's why it can gain 1 electron. It cannot lose 7 electrons. So, its valency will be 1. Next question, draw the atomic structure of nitrogen and neon. Yes, if you draw the atomic structure of nitrogen, we know that nitrogen has 7 electron. Yes. So, in first shell we can feel 2 electron. So, we will draw we will make two black dot. We will make two black dot in first circle. Remaining electron are 5. The 5 remaining electron we will fill in next circle, means we will make 5 black dot in next circle. And if we talk about for the neon, we know that atomic number of neon is 10. So we will fill 10 electron in atomic structure of neon. So in first shell we can fill maximum 2. So we will make 2 black dot. Now 10 minus 2, 8. Now the 8 black dot we can fill in remaining circle, because in remaining circle we can fill maximum 8. So we will make 8 black dot in second circle. Okay, I hope you understood. Now about the remaining elements atomic structure we will see in next class. Okay, till then, bye bye.